नमस्कार. जय श्री कृष्ण. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर, श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा. Rejuvenating text 20 and texts 21-22 of chapter 5, Lord Rishabhdev's teachings to his sons of 5th canto, the creative impetus of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 20. तस्मात् भवन्तो हृदयेन जाताः सर्वे महीयां सममुं सनाभं अक्लिष्टबुद्ध्या भरतं भजध्वं शुश्रूषणं तदभरणं प्रजानाम. My dear boys, you are all born of my heart, which is the seat of all spiritual qualities. Therefore, you should not be like materialistic and envious men. You should accept your eldest brother Bharat, who is exalted in devotional service. If you engage yourselves in Bharat's service, your service to him will include my service and you will rule the citizens automatically. In this verse, the word Hridaya means the heart, which is also called Uraha, the chest. The heart is situated within the chest, and although instrumentally the son is born with the aid of the genitals, he is actually born from within the heart. According to the heart situation, the semen takes the form of a body. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, when one begets a child, his heart should be purified through the ritualistic ceremony known as Garbhadhan. Rishabhdev's heart was always uncontaminated and spiritual. Consequently, all the sons born from the heart of Rishabhdev were spiritually inclined. Nonetheless, Rishabhdev suggested that his eldest son was superior and he advised the others to serve him. All the brothers of Bharat Maharaj were advised by Rishabhdev to adhere to Bharat's service. The question may be asked, why one should be attached to family members? For in the beginning it was advised that one should not be attached to home and family. However, it is also advised Mahiyasam Padarajo Abhisheka. One has to serve the Mahiyan, one who is very spiritually advanced. Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahur Vimukteha. By serving the Mahat, the exalted devotee, one's path for liberation is open. The family of Rishabhdev should not be considered an ordinary materialistic family. Bharat Maharaj, Rishabhdev's eldest son, was specifically very exalted. For this reason, the other sons were advised to serve him for his pleasure. That was to be their duty. The Supreme Lord was advising Bharat Maharaj to be the chief ruler of the planet. This is the real plan of the Supreme Lord. In the battle of Kurukshetra, the situation was found that Lord Krishna wanted Maharaj Yudhishthir to be the supreme emperor of this planet. He never wanted Duryodhan to take the post. As stated in the previous verse, Lord Rishabhdev's heart is Hridayam Vyatra Dharmaha. The characteristic dharma is also explained in Bhagavad Gita. Surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead to protect dharma, paritranaya sadhunam. The Lord always wants the ruler of the earth to be a devotee. Then everything goes on nicely for the benefit of everyone. As soon as a demon rules the earth, everything becomes chaotic. At the present moment, the world is inclined towards the democratic process, and the people in general are all contaminated by the mode of passion and ignorance. Consequently, they cannot select the right person to head the government. The president is selected by the votes of ignorant Shudras. Therefore, another Shudra is elected and immediately the entire government becomes polluted. If people strictly follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita, they would elect a person who is the Lord's devotee. Then automatically there would be good government. Rishabhdev therefore recommended Bharat Maharaj to be the emperor of this planet. Serving a devotee means serving the Supreme Lord, for a devotee always represents the Lord. When a devotee is in charge, the government is always congenial and beneficial for everyone. Texts 21-22. Bhuteshu Virudabhya Uduttamaye Sarisrupasa Teshu Sabodhanishthah Tato Manushyaha Pramathasa Tato Api Gandharva Siddha Vibudhanu Gaye Devasurebhyo Maghavata Pradhana Dakshadayo Brahmasutastu Tesham Bhavaha Paraha So Atha Virincha Viryaha Sa Mataparo Aham Vijadeva Devaha. Of the two energies manifest, spirit and dull matter, beings possessing living force, vegetables, grass, trees and plants are superior to dull matter, stone, earth, etc. Superior to non-moving plants and vegetables are worms and snakes, which can move. Superior to worms and snakes are animals that have developed intelligence. Superior to animals are human beings, and superior to human beings are ghosts because they have no material bodies. Superior to ghosts are the Gandharvas, and superior to them are the Siddhas. Superior to the Siddhas are the Kinnaras, and superior to them are the Asuras. Superior to the Asuras are the demigods, and of the demigods, Indra, the king of heaven, is supreme. Superior to Indra are the direct sons of Lord Brahma, sons like King Daksha, and supreme among Brahma's sons is Lord Shiv. Since Lord Shiv is the son of Lord Brahma, Brahma is considered superior, but Brahma is also subordinate to me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because I am inclined to the Brahmanas are best of all. In this verse, the Brahmanas are given a position superior to that of the Supreme Lord. The idea is that the government should be conducted under the guidance of the Brahmanas. Although Rishabdev recommended his eldest son Bharat as superior, he still had to follow the instructions of the Brahmanas in order to govern the world perfectly. The Lord is worshipped as Brahmanya Deva. The Lord is very fond of devotees or Brahmanas. This does not refer to so-called caste Brahmanas, but to qualified Brahmanas. A Brahman should be qualified with the 8 qualities mentioned in text 24, such as Shama, Dama, Satya and Titiksha. The Brahmanas should always be worshipped, and under their guidance, the ruler should discharge his duty and rule the citizens. Unfortunately, in this age of Kali, the executive is not selected by very intelligent people, nor is he guided by qualified Brahmanas. Consequently, chaos results. The mass of people should be educated in Krishna's consciousness, so that according to the democratic process, they can select a first-class devotee like Bharat Maharaj to head the government. If the head of the state is headed by qualified Brahmanas, everything is completely perfect. In this verse, the evolutionary process is indirectly mentioned. The modern theory that life evolves from matter is to some extent supported in this verse because it is stated, Bhuteshu Viruddhya. That is, the living entities evolve from vegetables, grass, plants and trees, which are superior to dull matter. In other words, matter also has the potency to manifest living entities in the form of vegetables. In this sense, life comes out of matter, but matter also comes out of life. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. There are 2 energies, material and spiritual, and both originally come from Krishna. Krishna is the supreme living being. Although it is said that in the material world a living force is generated from matter, it must be admitted that originally matter is generated from the supreme living being. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam. The conclusion is that everything, both material and spiritual, is generated from the supreme being. From the evolutionary point of view, perfection is reached when the living entity attains the platform of a Brahman. A Brahman is a worshipper of the Supreme Brahma, and the Supreme Brahma worships the Brahman. In other words, the devotee is subordinate to the Supreme Lord, and the Lord is inclined to see to the satisfaction of his devotee. A Brahman is called Dvija Dev, and the Lord is called Dvija Deva Deva. He is the Lord of Brahmanas. The evolutionary process is also explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya, chapter 19, wherein it is said that there are 2 types of living entities, moving and non-moving. Among moving entities, there are birds, beasts, aquatics, human beings and so on. Of these, the human beings are supposed to be the best, but they are few. Of these small numbers of human beings, there are many low-class human beings like Mlechas, Pulindas, Bauddhas and Shabaras. The human being elevated enough to accept the Vedic principles is superior. Among those who accept the Vedic principles, generally known as Varnashrama, presently known as the Hindu system, few actually follow these principles. Of those who actually follow the Vedic principles, most perform fruitive activity or pious activity for elevation to a high position. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschida yatati siddhaye. Out of many attached to fruitive activity, one may be a jnani, that is, one philosophically inclined and superior to the karmis. Yatatam api siddhanam kaschina mam vetti tatvatah. One out of many jnanis, one may be liberated from material bondage, and out of many millions of liberated jnanis, one may become a devotee of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.